readers, it's good to see you again today. It's Mrs. E here, and we're going to continue reading our chapter book Crenshaw by Catherine Applegate. So where we left off last time was the very first couple of chapters of our book, and we met our main character Jackson and our imaginary friend Cat Crenshaw. And Jackson's parents seemed a little concerned with how adult he acted. So let's go ahead and keep reading from where we left off. Chapter 4. A few hours after my Crenshaw sighting at the beach, he appeared again. No surfboard this time, no umbrella, no body either. Still, I knew he was there. It was about 6 in the evening. My sister Robin and I were playing cereal ball in the living room of our apartment. Cereal ball is a good trick for when you're hungry and there's nothing much to eat till the morning. We invented it when our stomachs were grumbling to each other. Wow, I would love a piece of pepperoni pizza, my stomach would growl. And then hers would grumble, yeah, or maybe a Ritz cracker with peanut butter. Robin loves Ritzes. Cereal ball is easy to play. All you need are a few Cheerios or even a little piece of bread all torn up. M&Ms would be good too if your mom isn't around to say no sugar. But unless it's right after Halloween, you probably don't have any. In my family, those guys go really fast. First, you pick a target to throw at. A bowl or a cup works fine. Don't use a wastebasket because that might have germs. Sometimes I use Robin's T-ball cap, which is a little hat, although that's probably pretty gross too. For a 5-year-old, that girl can really sweat. What you do is throw your one piece of cereal and you try to make a basket. The rule is you can't eat that piece until you score. Make sure your target's far away or you'll finish your food too fast. The trick is that you take so long to hit the target, you forget about being hungry. For a while anyway. I like to use Cheerios and Robin likes Frosted Flakes, but you can't be picky when the cupboard is bare. My mom says that sometimes. Have any of you ever had trouble with having a lot of food at home? Or maybe you were really hungry one time? So that's how Jackson felt in the book. His family didn't have a lot of money for food, and so sometimes his stomach would get kind of grumbly. If you run out of cereal and your stomach's still growling, you can always try chewing a piece of gum to distract yourself. Stuck behind your ear is a good hiding place if you want to use your gum again. Even if the flavor is gone, your teeth will get a workout. Crenshaw showed up. At least, he seemed to show up while we were busy throwing my dad's brand cereal into Robin's cap. It was my turn to throw, and I got a direct hit. Yes! When I went to take out the cereal piece, I found 4 purple jelly beans instead. I love purple jelly beans. I stared a long time at those things. Where did the jelly beans come from? I finally asked. Robin grabbed the cap. I started to pull it away, but then I changed my mind. Robin is small, but you don't want to mess with her. She bites. It's magic, she said. She started dividing up the jelly beans. 1 for me, 1 for you. 2 for me? Seriously, Robin. Stop kidding around. Where? Robin gobbled down 2 jelly beans. Stop me, she said, which I figured meant stop teasing me in candy mouth. Aretha, our big Labrador mutt, rushed over to check things out. No candy for you, Robin said. You are a dog, so you eat dog food, young lady. But Aretha didn't seem interested in the candy. She was sniffing the air, ears cocked toward the front door as if we had a guest approaching. Mom, I yelled, did you buy some jelly beans? Sure, she called back from the kitchen. They're to go with the caviar. I'm serious, I said, picking up my 2 pieces. Just eat Dad's cereal, Jackson, she answered. A second later, she appeared in the doorway, a dish towel in her hands. Are you guys still hungry? She sighed. I've got a little mac and cheese left over from dinner, and there's half an apple you could share." "I'm fine," I said quickly. Back in the old days when we always had food in the house, I would whine if we were out of my favorite stuff. But lately, we've been running out of everything, and I had the feeling my parents felt lousy about it. "We have jelly beans, Mom," Robin said. "Well, okay then, as long as you're eating something nutritious," said my mom. "I get my paycheck at Rite Aid tomorrow, and I'll stop by the grocery store and pick up some food after work, okay?" She gave a little nod, like she'd checked something off a list, and went back to the kitchen. "Are you going to eat your jelly beans?" Robin asked me, twirling her yellow ponytail around her finger. "Because if you want me to do a big favor, I guess I could eat them for you." "I'm going to eat them," I said, "just not yet." "Why not? They're purple, your favorite." "I need to think about them first." "You are a weirdo, brother," said Robin. "I'm going to my room. Aretha wants to play dress up." "I doubt that," I said. I held up a jelly bean up to the light. It looked harmless enough. "She especially likes hats and also socks," Robin said as she left with the dog. "Don't you, baby?" Aretha's tail wagged. She was always up for anything. But as she left with Robin, she glanced over her shoulder at the front window and whined. I went to the window and peered outside. I checked behind the couch. I flung open the hall closet. Nothing. Nobody. No surfing cats. No Crenshaw. I hadn't told anybody about what I'd seen at the beach. Robin would just think I was messing with her. My mom and dad would do one of two things. Either they'd freak out and worry I was going crazy, or they'd think it was adorable that I was pretending to hang out with my old invisible friend. I sniffed the jelly beans. They smelled not quite grapey, in a good way. They looked real. They felt real. And my real little sister had just eaten some. Rule number 1 for scientists is this: there is always a logical explanation for things. I just had to figure out what it was. Maybe the jelly beans weren't real, and I was just tired or sick, delirious even. I checked my forehead. Unfortunately, I did not seem to have a fever. Maybe I'd gotten sunstroke at the beach. I wasn't exactly sure what sunstroke was, but it sounded like something that might make you see flying cats and magic jelly beans. Maybe I was asleep, stuck in the middle of a long, weird, totally annoying dream. So Jackson's thinking he must be imagining these jelly beans in Crenshaw. He's trying to figure out why he's imagining them. Still, didn't the jelly beans in my hand seem extremely real? Maybe I was just hungry. Hunger can make you feel pretty weird, even pretty crazy. I ate my first jelly bean slowly and carefully. If you take tiny bites, your food lasts longer. A voice in my head said, "Never take candy from strangers." But Robin survived, and if there was a stranger involved, he was an invisible one. There had to be a logical explanation, but for now, the only thing I knew for sure was that purple jelly beans tasted way better than bran cereal. And we'll go ahead and read chapter 5 today as well. The first time I met Crenshaw was about 3 years ago, right after first grade ended. It was early evening, and my family and I had parked at a rest stop off a highway. I was lying on the grass near a picnic table, gazing up at the stars blinking to life. I heard a noise, a wheels on gravel skateboard sound. I sat up on my elbows. Sure enough, a skater on a board was threading his way through the parking lot. I could see right away that he was an unusual guy. He was a black and white kitten, a big one, taller than me. His eyes were the sparkly color of morning grass. He was wearing a black and orange San Francisco Giants baseball cap. He hopped off his board and headed my way. He was standing on 2 legs, just like a human. "Meow," he said. "Meow," I said back because it seemed polite. He leaned close and sniffed my hair. "Do you have any purple jelly beans?" I jumped to my feet. It was his lucky day. I just happened to save 2 purple jelly beans in my jeans pocket. They were a little smushed, but we each ate one anyway. I told the cat my name was Jackson. He said, "Yes, of course it is." I asked him what his name was. He asked, what did I want his name to be? It was a surprising question, but I had already figured out he was a surprising guy. I thought for a while, it was a big decision. People care a lot about their name. Finally, I said, Crenshaw would be a good name for a cat, I think. He didn't smile because cats don't smile, but I could tell he was pleased. Crenshaw it is, he said. And that's the end of chapter 5, where we're going to stop reading today. When you join me back for chapter 6, we have our little Crenshaw here again on the page. He's moved over a little bit. And I hope that you're excited to see what happens next. Don't forget to do your book response today. I'll show you a picture of that next. And I hope you have a good evening and rest of your day. See you guys later. Bye!